Hi, I'm Laura and this is tropetrinitytrilogy, and today I'm gonna be talking about why I quit NaNoWriMo and accountability. So you might be thinking that this is a video of me holding myself accountable for failing. However, that's not what I mean by accountability. In fact, me being accountable is me quitting NaNoWriMo and letting you know, I guess, instead of pretending I'm still doing it. The reason I quit is because NaNoWriMo is a great concept and it works for a lot of people, which makes it a great reality. I mean, it's a non-profit, it inspires people to write and helps kids writing too. It has a young writers program, which is awesome. And in fact, when I first started thinking about writing, I really benefited from NaNoWriMo. And I didn't complete a story, but I wrote 50,000 words within 2 weeks when I first started it. However, now that I want to be more serious with my writing and I understand story structure and it's more about getting out a good story, I realize NaNoWriMo isn't to my benefit, and at least this year and maybe for the next couple years, I won't do it unless it happens to fit my schedule, which it didn't match up with what I was doing this year. My issue with NaNoWriMo, Inktober, readathons that are a week long or longer, pretty much anything of that sort, is that they make me feel like I can only do that one thing and I have to do it the way that fits the competition, or you know what it's called. But the thing is, I know you don't have to. Like Inktober, they give you prompts, but you don't have to do the prompts. But you still have to draw with ink every day. NaNoWriMo, you don't necessarily have to write a novel, but there is a set word count you want to reach, which in some ways is great. But for me, I've realized it's got me to the point where if I'm doing NaNoWriMo, I feel like I can only write. I can't work on videos. I can't read. I have to be writing. And then when it comes to Inktober, I could only draw with ink every day. And at my past job, one thing I noticed is that in my free time, I was just drawing tons of Inktober stuff because I didn't have much time during the week. So in all my free time, I would be drawing with ink. And it got to the point where I was like, I'd rather be drawing with different things or reading for fun. But I feel like I have to be drawing with ink. And it was starting to get really like that with NaNoWriMo. And I was even going to change my project, which changing your project, like, I know people who change it halfway through, that's fine. But I wasn't doing it for the right reasons. I was doing it because I was like, I can word vomit for this story easier than the other one, which is not the right reason to switch stories. Yeah. And I think my biggest issue is that my life has been very divided by semesters for the past couple years. I would go to a semester in college, then go home, college, home, and then I did an internship at Disney, which was awesome, but it was difficult for me to get work done. I felt like I should be exploring Disney, so it was home, Disney, home, college, and then recently I graduated, but then I did a seasonal job at a camp, being a camp educator, which is a great experience, but again, it was another segment dividing my life. And with my life feeling so constantly shifting and things like that, I want my writing, my reading, my video making, and my creating of art to be what I can do consistently instead of picking when I can do things based on what month it is. Like, oh, in October I have to draw with ink, in November I have to write, but I don't. So why would I only do that thing? Because I have trouble balancing things and I want to do all the things all the time. And part of that is, instead of having some outside force telling me what I should be doing to motivate myself, I want to motivate myself from the inside. And I want to hold myself accountable because I want to accomplish these things, not because I want to beat NaNoWriMo. And I think that is the main point of this. And I'm really glad I've done all these things. I do want to get a steady job in my own house. That would be amazing. But I am really glad I did the last job. I will admit, at my last job, where I was the camp educator, I lived at the camp and I didn't really film because I was very self-conscious about people hearing me talking to the camera. I was in a small room in a small house and people could hear through the walls, and I didn't really film because of that. But I could have written more, I could have read more, but I didn't because I was obsessed with Inktober. And also when it came to that job is when the campers came over, I was working pretty much from the moment I woke up to the moment they went to bed. Like, so I would wake up, go eat breakfast with the kids, work with them all day, they would go to bed, I'd get washed up and go to bed. So I really didn't have much time, and I ended up spending weekends or free time obsessing over getting these arbitrary goals done. Instead of doing everything I wanted, I would focus on one thing. And so I'm really glad I did that job. I really enjoyed it. I feel like I'm better at speaking and teaching. And one thing I said I wanted to do previously was I wanted to do videos on writing natural hazards, natural disasters. Hazards is technically a better word, but disasters is better for making videos. Whatever. I'll explain it later. But the point is, I feel like I can teach that better because I taught it to kids when they came to the camp. And so now I feel like I can talk about it on a video and do it effectively. So I feel more confident in my teaching ability, and I'm so glad I did it. But now I want to do all the things that are my goals. And I do also want to have a job, stable, end up moving to my own house. But for now, I am going to try to do everything I want in balance and stop focusing on what I think outside forces want. Like, even with reading, I was reading the books that I thought people wanted me to review, or what I thought would get the most views, or I would do a readathon and be like, what books fit this readathon? When in reality, I need to do things for myself. And I need to get back into the habit of things before I start doing all these extra things. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's all I have to say for now. I would love to hear your input. If you're doing NaNoWriMo and you're doing great, please let me know. I'd love to hear that. Just because I'm not doing it and it's not working for me doesn't mean I don't support you doing it. And also, just like tell me if you have trouble balancing things, or if you have any secrets to being perfect, balanced, nirvana, or whatever. Please let me know. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little chatty video, and I'll see you later.